All right. So we got everybody literally here today. We got Twits also actually just testing out. So we're literally just having a little bit fun, ladies and gentlemen. Actually going through this whole thing live, having a little bit of fun, actually doing some coding for fun. If you don't mind me, will doing a little bit of experimentation with trying and failing. So it's a lot of little hiccups, no edits in that matter. Um, I basically the reason why I'm actually trying to do this stream, ladies and gentlemen, is because I want to actually try to further test more of the streaming limits and see how far this whole stuff can mainly go. I know there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff, maybe some documentation on what I actually try to do data wise, and we're gonna definitely spend some more time dealing with Tableau. This is what we've done around with the India used cars data set some years ago, but I know there's definitely some difference on definitely some improvements on what I've learned now versus what I've learned then. And also note, I'm actually just working on streaming on a new, I want to call it new because I've been having this desktop for like about, I say literally 8 months now, and it's still actually doing me pretty good, to be honest. Basically running 32 gigs worth of RAM, which the last time I did a stream of this nature around this time without StreamYard, basically utilizing a data that was there. I was utilizing my laptop that mainly ran about 4 gigs worth of RAM, which would have put too much pressure with the streaming, and the pixels would have been all dusty and interrupted and everything else. Now I'm dealing with like clearer pictures up in the stream here, which is actually much more clear than the streaming that I did probably 2 years ago. So what I will say, the only time I definitely would consider streaming, maybe if I'm actually testing some video games, or if something really crazy is actually going on all up in the world, where so much actually chaos raining through the streets, and you may be actually trying to do streaming to actually do like a live reaction. This is something that I definitely would normally consider when it comes to streaming, or if I actually react to you, the people, and see what's going on as I actually check my stream through OBS here. And let me see if I'm able to refresh this guy and actually see how this whole thing works. So this is what they have with my stream, and I'm looking into how this whole thing works. So I'm actually just going to test this out and see how this whole thing works here. So all this stuff is actually live. So this is the current bit rate is basically lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use a stream bit rate of 23500 kbps, 265. So how would this work? Stream health is definitely good. The bit rate is definitely there. I know the moderation is definitely okay. Connection is actually definitely good for when I'm actually looking into it right now. So actually this is what I'm actually looking to it. So if I'm able to actually see what we have here, let me try and put this on this other side here so at least people know where I'm going with this. So let me try to actually get myself prepared and go through another window capture, see what they have. And I believe it's the YouTube Studio Viewer now Analytics, not this one. That's the other guy that's there. I got the wrong one. It was a live streaming that stemmed from this area here. And if I'm able to, let's see if I'm able to, hang on one second. I know it's a window. Let me add something different here. Display capture. Okay. You see the stream health that you see right there. Let me try and make sure I get them all in there. And it should be automatic. Get them all set up all the way out. If I'm able to stretch this here. So this is the try fail London weather data from 1979 to 2023. That's there. I got the streams. They have like some warnings set there, in which they have the current bit rate. It's a little bit lower than recommended, so I'll definitely work this whole thing out as we get along, for sure. in regards with this. So 23,500 kbps. So they know everything that's actually mainly there. So let me see if I can try and fix this here. I'm not getting this yet. So let's go back. I'm gonna go back to window capture and see. Let's scroll up here. This is where we want, and the video capture device is gonna be next as well. That's gonna be above, which what we see right here. Now we got everything that we need. 32,500 kips. It's actually getting a little bit higher because again, it's not like a built-in gaming PC where you do like a lot of heavy streaming, but it's definitely a little bit doable. Let's start off. So what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to look into a window dealing with Kaggle. So it's the London weather data from 1979 to 2023. Just give me one moment as I try and get all this stuff set up here. So let me go copy this formula and I'm gonna paste this up by this little area right here, and I'm gonna set it up in this little area so that we could get ourselves rolling. Let me go and close the other guys and get that out the way. That one is done. Now that we got that in tow, let me go here and look into this little file right there. Yes, this is the one I want. So they have this data set here that deals with data visualization and data cleaning, and basically this data set provides data weather observations from Heathrow, United Kingdom, within the range from 1979 to 2023, in which the data is sourced from the European Climate Assessment and Data Set ECA&D, and includes multiple weather parameters such as temperature, precipitation, sunrise, and more. And you see all the key stuff: date, TX maximum temperature, TN minimal temperature, T represents temperature, TG means mean, SS sunshine duration, SD snow depth, RR rain precipitation amount, QQ global radiation, and W over meters squared. PP definitely sea level pressure is like HPA, HU delta being percentage, CC daily cloud cover in octas, and I can relate to this because I've studied civil engineering in the past. So this is the quality code: 0 is valid, 1 suspect, 9 is missing data. So if we're able to look into definitely the Excel sheet from what we are looking at. So we have this information coming from Excel, and basically they have 0, 9, 1. Basically, if they have like some stuff that's legit or not, they have some of the stuff that's definitely ranking up here from what we're looking. And all of this stuff is actually basically raw from what we're seeing. And they have the parameter including the quality code, 0, 1, and 9. While we see Milwaukee and Oklahoma City duke it out for the NBA Cup in Vegas, we out here just actually having a little bit of fun and actually touring around with this data set and see how far, because basically it looks like there's a lot of data parts here. Now it could basically either stay live or it could actually basically go short. Either we do Python in this or we may stick with Tableau. And I think it looks like it has some very, very big data sets that we mainly would have to deal with, and we're just going to play around with it. So I may have to do this in multiple parts, ladies and gentlemen, to see how far we can mainly go. But if it's going to be through Python, it's going to be like a lot of personal stuff I got to try and make some edits on, see how far we can go in this. So let's start off with Tableau and let's connect down to a text file. And let me get myself ready set for Tableau. This is going to be our text file that we need. And we are going to go to downloads. And we're going to go to London weather data and open that guy up. So now, this is all the information that is definitely shown. And I know it's definitely a lot. You see all the information that is here. So what I'm going to do is, because this area right here, this is some stuff that you could barely see out of this because it's very, very deep, because this is meant to be on my big screen, right? So this is where they have all the information that's coming by doing the viewpoint of 360p. So let me go try and double check with the graph here. I may have to shrink this up a little bit and put this out. So let me delete display capture, trash this. We'll move that out the way, get out so that it doesn't get involved in our business. Because this is a huge, it's 3860 by 2180p, that's the thing. So I want to make sure it has enough juice so that at least everyone can mainly see it. So here, if we're able to look, this is our information that we have here that's given. And let me go just go scroll down into Tableau and see what we can find. So this is the London weather data that we have up front. Basically, we need a response and definitely a predicted to react. So obviously the data is definitely more under the column side, and basically we want to try and focus on some impacts and see how these guys mainly work. So let's go focus in on the weather data. So we know about the data set that's definitely there. I could definitely do a lot of comparisons, and I could go through a bunch of combinations and see how I could do with it. Let's start off with doing a data interpreter and see how well it can clean. Don't worry, I'm going to get a microphone holder so I don't have to be worrying about holding this bad boy all day. So I can actually have this microphone in front of me while I'm actually doing more work to actually make things more efficient. I got this coming at Amazon literally tomorrow. So let's see what they have. They got everything cleaned. And, excuse me, we can get rolling. And it looks like Milwaukee is having their fun. Excuse me one moment. Okay, we back. So, now let's go hit our sheet and let's play around. Let's start playing around with the date and see what we can find. It looks like we want to do it on the columns and see what we can find up here. And the names of each measures We don't really need that. So let's see if we have to get all the sum that's there. I don't think we really need all the sums. What I want to do is get them all set up. Is we want to do it in dimensions. So can we? Cause we're just playing around here. Okay. You have the measure values, the way they have them down. So let me exit off here. Get rid of you. So now, this is what I want is more appropriate. Get them in the dimension. Daily maximum temperature. This is daily cloud cover in octas. So yeah, this more likely is going to be a sum. Because they want the daily total. So I want to play around with this and see how far it goes. But all of this here, they want the maximum type temperature. Now this is the trick. They want the exact date. See, now it's starting to pull itself up. We got the date. Let me take away this. And we're going to get the measure values now. Let's see what we can find. Yeah. It's a little bit messy. You're seeing everything that's way messy up here, but you see the PP up here. You got all the measure values that are there, but the issue that we have, it's a bit of it's a little bit of a cluster jump off, and it's a bit messy. Right? If we're able to do area charts on the area charts, actually, you know what? They'll give an idea, because at least everything is basically split and clear. So we do lines separate. You have an idea of where everything is, and you can easily do a count. I want to set this up to a sum. Yeah, get it all in the sum. Yeah, get it all in the sum here. You sum all the stuff. The daily maximum temperature basically is the total, and that's how you're able to range it. And you have a good idea of what you are building with this little model right here. So all you do in this, ladies and gentlemen, is a bunch of data visualization, some data cleaning, and some data presentation, and how you visualize certain graphs. And this is like a very, very simplistic graph that you mainly do. You have to actually utilize what is the daily range, and this is definitely like a curved graph that you actually mainly do. And you have all the information that's basically the year of date and whatever the day is, and you see the trend going from the 70s all the way up to the end of last year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and rename this title. I'm going to rename this as London weather data from 1979 to all of 2023. And that we have all the information that we have here. And by the end, we're going to be actually saving into Tableau sheet, and I'm going to give you information once I get everything finalized so that you'll be able to actually see that graph and see where it goes. All right. To be honestly, it was actually much quicker than I actually expected it to be. Was actually very, very unique and actually definitely in certain ways, but at least people can actually learn from and actually take what you can actually try and gain when actually doing some real time data when it comes to stuff like this in front of it. And hopefully more people actually give me some more constructive criticism or further ideas when it comes to this type of ordeal. And whatever ideas that you definitely mainly post, I will definitely look into that. I'll definitely actually try to incorporate moving forward when it comes to this type of data set if I have to actually try and be more advanced and aggressive with Python. Because mind you, okay, 2023 came about that's mainly would deal with like some predictions, but it doesn't deal with forecasting. And in order for us to actually try and deal with forecasting when it comes to weather, that's weather-based or environmental-based, forecasting needs to be done through Python, and we don't really have that much information because, again, 2024, unfortunately, is not factored in this. So that's why I can't really do Python to do actually much further data in regards or much further advanced modeling when it comes to this type of data set. All right. So I'm ending this here. I may do a part 2 maybe with another experiment. Who knows? But at least, everyone has actually just started learning from what went down definitely tonight. Happy NBA Cup Championship game. And Chris and Paul for the Nerd Chronicles is